So, MI Woodsman wants a shout out, and I figured he's going to get more than a shout out because in the video where he asked for the shout out, he showed a homemade bucksaw that he made that I thought was really cool. And I also have a homemade bucksaw that I made with a friend, but whereas MI says that this blade here should be banjo string sharp, banjo string taut, mine isn't. And when I was out in the gas bay for a week recently, I discovered that when I'm trying to cut, it's flopping all over the place. So I'm wondering if maybe it should be beyond a 90-degree angle or something. I'm not sure. I've got this pretty tight. I mean, you know, it's not really making a big difference. So, MI, here's my saw. Anything that you might be able to, any hints you might be able to give me would be muchly appreciated, because I really want to get this thing working. I really want to have a nice homemade bucksaw going on. So I figured that since I was showing my homemade bucksaw, I'd show you guys a few other things that I've been that I had started working on before, you know, all these renos and everything got in the way. First is I picked up an axe head at Finnegan's Market in Hudson, Quebec. Any of you guys from around here would probably know Finnegan's Market. I picked up an axe head for like $5, and the owner of the land that I shot my knife carving video on gave me his scrappy old axe. And I found this in the garage here of this house. All three heads were in pretty identical shape. The one that I got from the landowning friend, I just hit with a wire brush on a angle grinder. And as an experiment, the one that I bought for $5 and has no markings on it, so I almost don't care about, I hit it with the brush, and then I really went to town on it with a different wire brush. I'm going to bring it up to as much of a gloss as I can, but I can already tell you I don't like this effect as much. I'm going to like this one much better, just leaving it like this and then, you know, honing up the edge and getting that hopefully to a mirror shine, but leaving the rest of it, you know, this beautiful sort of gray. And that is probably the same thing I am going to do for this one. I'm just going to hit it with a wire brush, get rid of the rust, see if I can salvage the handle, because it's a great feeling handle. This, by the way, is a Walters, which was a Quebec company from like the late 1800s up to about the 1960s, give or take. I'm not entirely sure. This one, which is the one given to me by the landowner, is a Mastercraft with a 5 on it. I'm thinking that's the Canadian Tire Mastercraft. I think there's a Mastercraft in the States as well. I think this is the Canadian one. This one, nothing, nada. Nothing at all. I don't know. I'm just using this one to experiment with techniques. And you know, now that everything's done here, I'd love to be able to say I'm going to be able to get to work on this starting tomorrow, but the garage is still full of stuff. One thing I did notice about the one that I was given is that the wedge is metal. What kind of metal, I'm not sure, but I find that I've never seen a metal wedge before. I've heard of them now, because when I saw this one, I went sort of Googling it and stuff, and I know that they're not completely unheard of, but I had never seen one before, so I was interested. I'm kind of interested to know why they would do that instead of a wooden wedge. Because like I kind of feel that a wooden wedge, you know, you plow it in, you goop it up with oil, you know, with whatever, linseed oil or whatever you tend to use, and it expands a bit. The metal doesn't do that, so I'm wondering why, you know. Because this one I want to really rehab and bring it up to, you know, make it a usable axe. I went to Canadian Tire and bought a handle. It's about the same, give or take. Like, if I put the, you know, where the head goes, virtually identical, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to mess with it because I don't know enough about what lengths work best with what weights of heads yet. So I just wanted the same thing, because the original handle is destroyed. Like, chunks of it are off. There's cracking everywhere. So at one point, I sanded the finish off. I used whatever a décapant is in English, a paint stripper, which sort of worked, and then I sanded it, and I think I've got it down pretty good. I'm just gonna do, you know, BLO. Maybe sand it just a little bit more, put it on, throw a wedge in, BLO, call it mine, take it to the forest, have fun. And you know, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. Just, you know, I do have things in the works. Just because I haven't had a lot of time to work on them lately doesn't mean they're not gonna happen, you know? Especially because we have a long winter coming up. And I'm probably gonna go stir crazy if I'm not doing something, which is my style. I find it interesting how much thicker this new handle is in the hand than the old one. And it's a little less round as well. I was gonna buy a house handle, but unfortunately I'm Canadian. So, you know, a $7 handle still ends up with, the shipping is insane. It's crazy. The shipping is 3 times the price of a handle. So you kind of want to buy 8 handles at once because the shipping doesn't go up that much. Because if I'm throwing $34 at shipping for one handle, then, you know, my plan is to get good enough at this to see if maybe I can start, you know, doing a couple for sale or something. But can't do it if I'm buying, you know, a handle at a time from house, that's for sure. So I'm on the lookout for a good Canadian or affordable shipping American source for handles. And I'm going to be optimistic about it. Optimism is always a choice in today's world, and it's a choice I've made. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm excited about this because you guys know, you know, I love the axe. It's my favorite tool. Yeah, so that's all she wrote. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay.